of Nightcrawler, and what's also new is that we got seasons in the in this championship, and we got the Adelaide Crows sponsors as well, and they have made the top four. So two new teams have got pole position. The last champion is all the way back in 11th, so this is not good for him. Anyways, here we go. New South Wales, Mount Panorama, and they are away. And Ethan Lester with a good takeoff. And so as we follow up in the top order, Ethan Lester just shooting away in the Adelaide Crows sponsored car. And you never seen an AFL team sponsor a race car before ever. And Seasons, Brody Capel is the man that developed it, and he is sponsoring that Mustang. And Seasons Mustang is just shooting up in second. And we go further down. Zoe, Ethan's sister, is also in the Adelaide Crows Mustang. And as we go back down, hang on a second, Watson's all over the road. There's his contact between teammates here. Watson might have had too much speed, so he's going to hang back a little. Oh no, that's not good for him. So hopefully that saved him from getting a penalty. Let's watch. Let's keep an eye on Watson. So this is the opening lap, and let's have a look. What's Watson got to do? Side to side with Stevens. And Stevens, has he got to let him through? He lets him through. Hang on. Stevens might want it back here. Stevens took back 6th place. Teammate rivalry, and side to side again. He's pushed him way up the road.
Why am I getting pushed off the track? Mitch, please let Watson through. Faster car, go up to the, we'll get the faster car up in the top order.
Watson's got to try again. Watson, he dived out wide on the outside, and he's got a 2-second penalty. What happened there? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Why don't we go back, and this should tell us on the other angle. Alright, so there was a little bit of a push here, and so 2-second penalty goes to Watson, and he'll have to slow down. So Watson he hasn't taken the penalty yet. So Stevens didn't want to give up his position either, even though they're teammates. As we go up here, and Brody Capel in 4th, and as we see, here's Kieran Blackett. He's carrying a heap of speed, and this is actually got to be quite interesting here. Zoe Lester looking to take 2nd place, and as Asher Noble is making his debut in 2nd place, making his debut today, quite impressive. And Ethan Lester, who is leading the race, he's champion. He led all day the other week, the other championship series, and in a Commodore too. And Ethan Lester, new sponsor, new team, This is going to be amazing. Zoe wants the inside and takes second place away from Asher Noble. Asher in a season's Mustang, and Brody from behind must have saw all that, so they're going to have to actually work out a plan to get rid of these two in the these two Adelaide Crows sponsored supercars are actually dominating the top two, and I just saw a HRT Commodore back there right behind Optus Mustang. So Kieran Blackett must see Watson in the rearview mirrors. Watson's always been in the HRT Commodore, and Watson, he hasn't quite mastered that corner. He always seems to hit that wall there. This time he's going to try to control the speed. He dives on the inside, and Watson has taken 5th place away from Kieran. And Adelaide Crows got up by 4 points last night in the showdown against Port Adelaide, and that's what Kieran Blackett must be thinking of right now. Kieran Blackett must be thinking about the 5-point loss to Port Adelaide. Watson has a look on the tight corner on the inside, and Capel. Watson flicks up a bit of grass, and Capel, can he catch up? And Watson takes 220 kilometres an hour down that hill, and Watson, he's gone a bit too slow around the corner, so this will add up extra milliseconds on Watson. And as we go further up, Asher Noble still dominating in the top 3 on debut, and the season's first race, so this will be quite good. And Zoe Lester and Ethan Lester, both Lesters are actually 1 and 2, but will that last a bit longer? Because here's Watson in the Commodore, the front of the car lifted, and this is a bit dangerous for Watson, because Watson, that car is a bit lighter than the Mustangs and a bit too fast. Watson takes the corner quite well, and he's actually so this is the dangerous spot for Watson. Can Watson master this corner again and again and again? And where the great is on this track. Oh no, 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 no. He nearly lost it. Watson just held on. He gives the wall a bit of a scrape, and a little bit too quick a dipper here, and he has to follow the track rules here. He cannot add a few more second penalties, and Watson needs to look out here. Okay, so all 3 Mustangs leading the race. As I'll take a break here, and Lester, Ethan Lester first, Zoe Lester second, Asher Noble third, Watson fourth. As we'll be back to you soon. Welcome back, and Ethan Lester, #1 Mustang, still leading this race. I don't know what I missed, and we'll have a look at the order now. So Zoe Lester, Brody Capel, Asher Noble, followed by Blackett. Here's Watson. He's doing his best for HRT to get up to the leaders in the Commodore, and Watson still likes to carry so much speed. And the dipper there, and Watson, he's 110 in about 3 seconds. That is impressive. And so we go back a bit. Brody Day, Mitch Stevens, the other HRT driver. They are going, what, like 40 kilometres through the dipper there. And so Mitch Stevens is getting held up by other driver, and sorry for the camera working. So all Mustangs leading the race. There's no holding in sight, and Lester, 2 Lesters are leading the race. This is impressive. No, they are not in Bottle Mustangs. They are in Adelaide Crows sponsored Mustangs, and this is very impressive. And hang on a second, someone's caught up. It's Watson, and the last series champion, and this is gonna be the most intense battle. I don't know what I missed. I left it. Oh, he's gone wide. What is Watson doing? He does not look like a last series champion right now. And Watson is contact. Watson's gone in the grass. This is starting to look silly. He's back on the grass, and Watson, I don't know what I'm seeing, and I do not believe it. Oh, so close to not hitting the wall. Oh my goodness. Watson started the race at 11th. He did not qualify to get the pole position. Both Lesters did. No, sorry. Lester and Noble. Ethan Lester and Asher Noble, both pole position. Can you believe it? 2 new teams have got pole position, and no Commodore was in sight in the top 6. And Watson was back down at 11th, and Watson has not led the race all day. And Ethan Lester want to pull away right now, and I bet he can see Watson coming up behind him. Watson, hold on. Zoe Lester's, she went close to the wall. Watson, oh my goodness, he's got too much speed. Hang on, I think something's wrong here. Watson with no control, he's gone into the wall. Watson will have to slow down a little bit if he can, but with a damaged car, he might not turn. And Ethan Lester, he's following the track condition, and Watson, he's desperate to get in first place. Watson looks on the inside, and he will take first place right now. Whoa! Okay, so Watson, he's wobbling all over the track.
My right front's damaged. My right front's damaged. I can barely get this thing to turn. Get it in the pit, crew. Get it in the pits. Get it in the pits while you can.
Watson has ignored that. And he is just too desperate to first place. And we just heard him on the radio, and the team owner just said, like, get it in the pits while he can. But Watson's too desperate to go in first, and he's not driving to his usual standards here. He's right on Leicester's tail and right on the rear of Leicester. Leicester has to keep this situation under control. He does. He keeps the car in the race line. He stays in the race line, and Watson, he's not driving the way how he should be in the Commodore. And Zoe, I bet she'll know how to get second place back. This is getting ugly. In this Fellowship Series, this is the most dangerous of them all. Watson's back on the grass, and he's got too much speed. He could not turn, and he went through that space there, and Watson has to slow down and for half a second, and just started to grind the wall there, and that's not Watson, not good.
Get the car in the pits. Get the car in the pits now. Then we can have a good look at your right front wheel.
No response from Watson. And he's gone into the fence. He took that fence very hard. Not good. So as we go back a few seconds, alright, Zoe Leicester here. Let's have a look here. Oh man, that's not good. And that was ugly, folks, and saw there, Zoe must have saw all of that, and like, oh my goodness. Well, let's hope that's not the... Oh no, here comes Watson again. Overtakes Ashton Noble into the grass. That's not Craig driving that. And Ethan Lester leading comfortably in that Mustang. Just driving nice and easy, following the track standards, and Watson struggling all race, and I think we're in don't know what lap we're in, but I'll get the race info up. Alrighty. So lap number 12, and Watson, Lester leading the, he's led the race all day. So Watson staying in fourth. Hang on, no, fifth. And Ashton Noble has to keep his cool.
Bring the car in. I'm bringing it in, mate. I'm bringing it in. You should have brought it in 2 laps ago. Alright guys, get ready. Alright, move, go.
So Watson's finally in the pits. He still has the fastest lap of the race. And I gotta say, this was pretty ugly driving by him. Hopefully today, after he gets the car checked up, he'll be able to, hopefully he'll drive how he normally does. And when he does that, he will maintain his spot. So both Ethan and Zoe, brother and sister, are leading this race, and followed by Seasons Racing. Here's Watson. He's still not carrying the correct speed. See how he is here. Alright, so he's actually following the track conditions here. Takes the corners quite nicely.
Keep driving like this, the way how you've been the last couple of laps. You're gonna have to get drafted to another race team if you're gonna keep driving like that. You might have to drive it forward. Come on, mate. I want the champion driving, not the street racer. Yeah, sorry, I was actually just trying to keep up with the leaders. Like, especially Ethan. Him and I were teammates. Uh-oh, hold up. Look, I know you're teammates.
Oh no. A little bump. And right in the rear of Zoe Lester's Mustang, and a little bump with Watson and with Craig and Zoe, and this is actually getting quite ridiculous here. Watson wants the outside, okay. Dangerous overtake, but it'll pay off. And so Ethan Lester still leading the race. Watson coming behind him, and so Watson took the corner too tight, so that's slowing him down a little bit. Hold up. Rats. Nice try, Craig. Massive wreck for Craig. I agree. Go the Craze. I hope I don't. Don't lose this. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I was just reading the comments there. This is actually turning out to be quite a nice evening. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. I know I was a bit late. I wanted to do this at 7. Had to get everything organised. Had to make a new race car, a new Mustang, and this is actually took all the time. And yes, enjoy the live stream. Okay, so we are back to back in this race. Zoe Lester taking the pits, and because of that bump from Watson, has to get the rear of the car sorted out. So Ethan Lester, he might see Watson up ahead, and he does, and that's going like 3-second gap between both supercars here, and Ethan knows that if Watson he goes into the grass again. Ethan Lester knows if Watson hits the wall, he will have to go slower. If the right front is damaged again, he will definitely lose his spot in HRT. Oh man. But Watson, he's won championships in that Commodore. And Ethan Lester, he's won championships in HRT. And in the Mustangs, he's driving nice and simple, and he's been leading the race like that. And so Watson, he's got a penalty. He must because he's gone into the grass again. Oh my goodness. And so we go back. Oh, hang on. Zoe Lester has gone back onto the track, and she's all the way at 6. Not that far behind from Kieran Blackett here. And Asher Noble makes his debut. He stayed in the top 5 all race, and he's making his debut quite nice. And Brody Capel in 3rd position. Ethan Lester up ahead there, and Watson still leading the race. So that Commodore must have taken a beating already. So as we go back further, oh hang on, and there's Jacob Crosby in last position in the black and gold Commodore, and so this is, well, that is just a little unfortunate for him. And Watson's closing in on Crosby. And there's Darren Barnett, Michael Hutchings. So this is actually got to be quite unfortunate for Dad especially, really. So there's the other HRT Commodore, Mitch Stevens, gone into the pits. Must have just need some repairs, and Brody Day in the other Commodore. And there's Chad, Chris Kernan, so in the other Commodore, and there's Brad, and the father of Asher Noble. So Asher Noble's dad in the 11th. But the funny part is, Asher Noble's making his debut today, and he's the 4th position. And Michael Blackett, hang on a second. Come on, PC. Pastor Chris. Love it. And Craig Bailey there, and there's Jaden Renzi. In the Willow Springs track, he was doing pretty well on that track, and there's Zoe. It's 6, and Kieran Blackett. So anything could happen here in the top 5. No, sorry, top 6. And Watson still leading this race, but not properly. Takes the chicane quite nicely, and so Watson, let's see how he goes in this bit here. He slows down to the normal speed, so Watson does that quite nicely, and Capel gets past Crosby quite well. Crosby's meant to give way to faster cars, So Crosby, that's what he's got to do, and Ethan. Ethan's going to have to pull some trick here at the next corner if he wants to get around Crosby. Alright, so Ethan looked. Oh! Hits the rear of Crosby. Will that be a penalty? And looks like Ethan Lester's got to go. They're both got to go into the pits. And another bump.
A pit stop penalty to Ethan Lester, car number 1, Adelaide Crows.
And there you heard the race control for the penalty. And so he's making a pit stop anyways because of the aerodynamics. So this is a perfect opportunity for Ethan to get fuel. So it is Seasons Racing 2 and 3, and Capel in the new car, and Asher Noble on debut, and Watson, the HRT Commodore, and this is where he has the habit of carrying too much speed. As I was saying, the whole race so far, 12 laps to go. And oh man. So this is quite intense for Holden Racing Team. Even if Watson wins today, I don't think it will get him much points, or his position in HRT. If he loses in Holden Racing Team, he will have to get pushed back into the Dunlop Series. Watson would not want that. Into the grass, nearly spins out. And Watson's got to go into the pits. Probably get new tyres. And this would give Capel the lead. And Asher Noble second place. So this is the perfect opportunity for Capel to lead the race. And Watson get new tyres and going for fuel. So Kieran Blackett, opportunity to go for third. And here we go. Out comes Watson. And there the Adelaide Crows Mustangs, and Zoe in front of Ethan. I love it. Sibling rivalry. Let's go. And coming up to turn 2. And will Ethan have a look at the inside? No, he won't. He will stay back a little bit. But Ethan might not make it easy here. No, Zoe might not make it easy, but let's hope both of the Adelaide Crows Mustangs get up in the top 3. Brodie Capel in the lead. He hasn't led the race all day. So as we have a look at Watson, there's Watson. So he has to keep the gap. A 2-second penalty. Contact with Noble and Watson. And this is getting quite intense now. For Watson, this is getting quite silly here. He's too desperate for the lead. And Asher Noble, so Asher Noble, so he so he will stay out and sorry, I have to talk a bit quieter. It's getting quite late. So there's Capel. Watson must have spun out, and Asher Noble going for the top three. Watson safely overtakes. He didn't carry too much speed this time, so Brodie Capel might look for the inside at turn 3. He lets Watson go, and man, this is actually quite harder to talk quietly. So Asher Noble, he was in second. Now he have to put the foot down a little bit to get up to the others, and both Adelaide Crows Mustangs, if they want to be in the top 3 and qualify up at the top in the next race, will be later in the week, they both will have to try and do something to get up in the top 3. And Brodie Capel, he knows that Watson sometimes can't handle these corners. And Brodie Day can be seen up ahead, so we'll be back shortly after the little break. And Watson leading the race, followed by Brodie Capel and Asher Noble. Okay, we are back here at Bathurst, and we got Brody Capel leading the race. Watson has been put down further down the order. Ashton Noble still second, and Kieran Blackett, Zoe Lester, Ethan Lester, and Watson still driving like a lunatic. And so bit of slow action here. So Zoe in 4th place. Yeah, I see. So Brody Day holding up the other race cars, other Mustangs. So Brody Day sees the blue flag and doesn't give way. So they have been extra 20 seconds slow, and here comes Watson. The right hand front was just lifted there. So yeah, this is Watson hasn't had his proper racing day, so Watson a bit of contact, but Ethan Lester keeps his cool. So 26 seconds slower due to the other slow car. So Watson got past Brody Day, and let's have a look here. Okay, so he was well up on the inside. So we got Kieran Blackett up ahead. Brody Capel still leading this race. So Watson at turn 2 follows the race line, and Asher Noble takes the corner quite nicely. Sees Asher Noble up ahead, so he oh man, still hits that wall. Watson does not like that corner there. So he gets past Asher Noble. I think he's pushed him to the wall a little, but don't think he touched the wall. So Watson, he doesn't get penalised, and so there's Capel. Watson coming up behind him. So we're just about at the end of this race. A few laps left, and Capel's still leading this race. Haven't had any more comments yet. So Brody Capel with a clean overtake, little bumping action, but race control's going to let that fly. Watson goes overtaken on the outside and slams the door on Capel, and this is actually getting very silly again. Scratch marks on that column. So 5 laps left. Watson is back in the lead. Seasons Racing still in the top 3, followed by the Crows and Optus. So Zoe Lester, Blackett, Ethan Lester, and Watson, the madman, still the crazy driver, still in the lead. So going up on the dipper now. and Michael Hutchings, Watson's dad. So Michael Hutchings, Craig's dad, just here, and what's Watson got to do here? So it makes a nice, tries to make a nice simple overtake, but it's going to go Watson's way. Oh, his dad's not making it easy for him either. So Watson slams the door here. And Watson's coming up behind. Instead, he goes into the pits. So this will give Capel the lead, and Asher Noble second. And so let's get the other stuff up. Up. There we go. It's all up. So this will show us how to know how much fuel they have left. And so Watson's going to come back out with a full tank. No, half a tank. Bit of an intense battle out of Watson and Lester. Watson wants to look on the inside. He's done it without contact, so this was good. Watson in first gear, I don't think that's what he wants. But he usually goes through there in second. Oh, come on. Hang on. Watson's got a bit of a problem here. He couldn't get the car moving before. But more contact out of... There was a bit of contact out of Blackett and Watson. And Noble slams the door on Watson. He's not going to get past his dad. So in goes Blackett and Lester. So this is it's just up to Zoe Lester now. Oh, Zoe's gone in actually. So Ethan Lester's going to go into the going to go up, follow this. Try and get up at the top 4 now, top 3. So Watson has second place. And Watson is going to be boxed in. Oh, Noble, the race leader. And the race leader went in the wall. Yeah, okay, so broken right front. Broken right front. This is not good. The debutant, he's leading for the first time, and bit of contact, and here comes Watson. So he's only got a front aerodynamic problem. So Watson, what's the trick up his sleeve now? So he's closing in on Noble. So Watson back in the lead. Leicester doing very well. Noble doing very well with the broken left front. And so, he's having a gear problem at the moment, Watson.
I think you're blowing your gearbox, mate. Just take extra care.
Ethan Lester has made it to third. So Ethan led the start of the race. Zoe has gone back in fourth. And hold up. Okay, so this is not good. Watson might have car troubles here. And this isn't good for HRT. Yeah, this is not this is not how Watson drives at all. So he's hit the wall again. And so Watson wants to get second place already. Okay, so Watson's having car errors here. He's going to try and bring it into the pits. So Capel, he would be definitely having the lead now. So as Watson makes his way into the pits, and Ethan Lester in second, and Zoe Lester would take third place away from Watson. Asher Noble, he did very well today. And Ethan Lester in second. Lester versus Capel, and two Mustangs. So the two Mustangs are fact 5 Mustangs, but it won't be long. Watson will be coming. So this is turning into an intense battle out of these two. So two Leicesters, third and second, and Capel in the lead. This is turning out to be a great race. And oh no, here comes Watson. Oh, nicks the wall again. Doesn't seem to be further damage on the car. And so Watson doing his best to catch up to the other cars. So Watson, Lester has a look on the inside. Doesn't get the onside. There's a bit of rubber going on here. And Ethan Lester going into the pits. He's very low on fuel, and So this is going to be all Capel versus Watson. But can Zoe Lester catch the other two? Oh, I don't think he wanted to let his sister. I don't think he wanted to let his sister take third place. Watson, Ethan Lester comes back out in front of his sister. Watson, he's trying to get first place, but I think he's trying to do it properly. Watson has a dig on the outside, now he's going to have a look on the inside. So this is going to look close. Capel slams the door on Watson, and this is going to be the 10th final lap, and a little bit of a sliding action by Watson. So has a dig on the outside, and he's back in second. Oh, this battle is looking quite intense here, and Ethan Lester in third place, and Brody Capel shoots away, and victory to Brody Capel.
Well done, mate. Well done.
And the very first time Adelaide Crows sponsored a race team, Brody Capel, what a win. I had to commentate this quietly, so thank you guys for tuning in.